Hey everyone, welcome back to the Night Show podcast. As always, it's Josue. And this one was not particularly planned. I had plotted out, or began to plot out, what I wanted to do for this season. And a big theme that I wanted to follow was kind of, you know, to take a route of doing sort of a self improvement series. I wanted to do an episode on diet, on exercise, and then just kind of like talk about building self confidence and talking about building just or taking in life lessons and stuff that I've learned. I think that can be useful to people. This one that I'm doing today was not particularly planned, but something happened in my life only a couple days ago that makes me feel like it's really pertinent that I bring this out there, and it's something that I want to tread really lightly with because I'm no expert in this. I'm no medical professional. And for that reason, I don't want to give my ideas on solutions for it. But I just basically what I want everyone to meditate on with this episode is the phrase "you are enough," and I'll try to go into what that is as we go forward. But just meditate on that idea that you are enough. That's something that I was told in church about a year ago, and at the time, it didn't fully make sense. But you know, in God's infinite wisdom and glory, He knows what has to be said to people at the right time. And even though maybe it not be might be pertinent now, I do believe that there are no mistakes in life, and I think it is something that just clicked in my head, and it's pertinent, to what's going on. I mean, recently we just had a scare, me and my friends, with a close friend of ours who we weren't sure if he was gonna, take his own life. He was posting things on social media that kind of led us to believe that that was maybe a possibility. And, luckily, we all kind of dropped what we were doing and we dropped in on him. And thank God nothing had happened at the moment. And we had a talk with him. And, it seems like things now are fine. But that's one of those really awkward and scary moments when you're not entirely sure what's going to happen next. And that's something that you don't ever want to have to experience, ever having to actually walk in on something like that. And, I thank God that nothing actually did happen. I'm sorry, guys, if the volume is going to be kind of low on this one. I'm just trying to, it's just kind of just a little bit emotional, but just the idea of you are enough and the fact that, you never have to take it to that point. Um, I this is a person that is, super talented, plays, multiple instruments, and was a musician, and just a really like a really special person, someone who's, if their light was extinguished, would be missed by everyone who he's actually managed to, to interact with, and who's he's touched, with his talents and with his just with the person who he the person that he is. And I know that I can't identify with it 100% because I know there are people out there who have lost people, and I can only imagine how that is. um but I just want to send out my condolences to anyone who's ever lost friends and family to to depression and to suicide, because I really think that that's one of the worst things that can happen, especially for the people that are left behind. It's yeah, I don't know. It's one of those rough subjects, but I I hope people can meditate on that statement that you are enough, that you don't have to conform to what other people want you to be, or you don't have to take in the negative aspects of what people say about you. You just have to, you know, keep moving forward and focus on the positive, because there's so many things in the world, so many negative things that can throw you off. And I know, like, I've been there. I've been there before. But I'm, I'm no hero. And I don't consider myself to be. I'm just a person who, just wants to care and try to care. If this can help someone, I hope it really does. Anyone who's considering, what, the possibility of doing something like that, it it's just, consider who you'd be leaving behind, and remember how special you are to them. I mean, you have no idea the void that you're gonna leave in their lives if you do go through with it. And like I said, I have no authority to tell anyone to do anything, but just please consider that. And for the people that are around people like that, if you have the opportunity to be present in times when you think that someone might be on the verge or might be considering, please be present for them. You have no idea how important the decision that you could be making to save them could be. You have no idea what you could be doing for them, because sometimes, even if the root of the issue isn't found through those conversations, at least they know that they have someone they can fall back on. And it God only knows why depression exists, and why things like this happen. And I'm not condemning people that do it, because I can only, since I don't know myself, I've never walked in those shoes. I've been down. I mean, certain people that I've had to deal with, certain, like relationships and stuff that I've fallen through. But thank God I've never gotten to that point where I've considered doing something, like that. But you never know. You never know who is out there. So if you guys see the signs, um, be present. Be present, and perhaps use that phrase. That you are enough, and that they don't have to conform to anything. They are who they are, and they are complete as they are, and they don't have to focus on the negative. That's something that we people are not that good at, focusing on the positive. But I feel like that's something that can really change the world. Change the world overall. So don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to love the people that you do love, and don't be afraid to show it to them, because you could be saving a life. Like I said, thank God nothing happened, but there's just, yeah, we don't know what could become in the future. I mean, we're just taking it in stride, and hopefully we don't have to have a scare like that again. But yeah, I I don't know. I just I felt like with this platform, if I can say something that can help someone, then I do feel like I have the responsibility to. This is still very grassroots. It's not a big thing, but for someone out there that's listening, that's in pain, just know that you know that you are enough, and don't ever don't ever doubt that. Don't ever think twice about that. You are what God made you to be, and you're special in that way. And you have something that, if you're gone, the world will never see again. That's the beauty of uniqueness. Um, what I have, what the person across the street has, what you have, what someone across the world has, is something that will never ever appear in the world again. It's just you, one time, and we only have one life. And the the scariness, and also the importance and the beauty of that, is something that's unexplainable. And I think that's just God's love right there. But don't 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 extinguish it. Don't extinguish it. Please seek help if you can. And if, for the people, like I said, that are around people like that, try to refer them to get help. Um, because yeah, it's it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing, and maybe the person themselves doesn't see it like that, but the people around him, though, that's a scary thing. It is a scary thing to go through. And I thank God it's not as worse as it could have been, but you can't help, but let your mind wonder the negative, the more negative versions of what could have happened. So yeah, just please meditate on that. That you are enough. You don't have to conform to anyone's idea of what they want you to be. You gotta be, if you want to be a true original, you have to be yourself. And that is hard sometimes. It's something I struggle with too, but I know that, that's something that is important to keep in mind. And, just remember, and take this to heart that there are people out there who love you, and people out there who have your best interests in mind, even though it seems like today there's a lot of people out there in the world that don't. There are a select few people that do, and they don't want to see you get hurt. They just want to see you be better. Um, just keep that in mind that you are enough. And I really don't have much else to say about it. Like I said, I'm no medical professional. I really wish that I knew the solutions for people, and it bites me that I can't. But it's just, be safe and take care of yourselves, and remember to love your fellow man, and don't sleep on the signs. The show 13 Reasons Why was kind of all about that, just not sleeping on the signs. Um, and just keep them in your eye and keep them safe as much as you can. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm sorry about the downer about this, but I really thought this was pertinent. And like I said, I feel like no matter how small this platform is, if I have the opportunity to maybe help someone or save someone or refer someone in the right way, I feel like it's my responsibility to. With the next one, we'll try to, like I said, we're gonna keep doing this self improvement series. I have some more like pretty cool like genre and media episodes planned. I want to talk about the movie The Gray, and then the Last Mohicans, and a couple other things, and we'll be in better strides, hopefully better mood. But this time, this is just off the top of my head. This is just coming from the heart. I didn't prepare for this at all. I really feel like I needed to record this, and I hope that someone out there can benefit from it, or if not, like at least someone that you can refer to can benefit from it. And I keep saying it, but you are enough. Don't ever doubt that. God made you as he intended, and that's no mistake. And that's a beautiful thing. There are no mistakes. All right, guys, you are enough. God bless, and take care, and catch you on the next one. Good night, and God bless.